Hello, Chris again at Falcon Technology. Another job that we've been busy working on this week is a chasson, and we've been fitting a full off-grid package to this, which includes 400 watt of solar, a 100 amp hour lithium battery, and a 1500 watt pure sine wave inverter. The solar system we fitted is a monocrystalline solar system, which means the solar will work not just in sunlight but also daylight as well. It then goes through a regulator, and it's the regulator that regulates the power from the solar to the battery. But in this case we've used a dual regulator, and this is charging not just the camping battery but also the engine battery. This particular customer has been suffering with a engine battery that's going flat, and that's because he's got an alarm system and a tracker on there. So he's wanted in his design to be able to maintain the engine battery but also at the same time renew his off-grid energy, so we've put the dual regulator in. What's important with the dual regulator though is this has duo battery technology. The reason being is we've got two different types of technology going on as regards the batteries on board. We've got the traditional lead acid battery for the engine, and we've also installed a lithium battery as a camping battery. So the solar then delivering power to the regulator, and the regulator then delivering the correct voltage for output 1 being the camping battery, and then the correct voltage for the engine battery, and alternating between charging output 1 and output 2. So let's take a look at the installation. Well, nice, neat and tidy. We've got 2 times 200 watt solar together, and then what we've done is everything is fixed to the roof. There's no screws on this installation at all. We do not use screws. Everything is bonded. The nice thing about coming to us is in the workshop we can control what the weather's doing. There's no rain or snow in there, so when the boys are doing the installation we clean the roof off so it's bone dry. We then use the alcohol to make sure it's grease free, and then we get a firm fixing on the solars, gluing and bonding to the roof. And now this fan is staying overnight to allow the glue to heal properly, and then the customers can play with the technology and better understand everything whilst having a night of camping at Falcon Technology. Also here, this is the twin cable entry gland. So we've got the solar panels, cable entry gland going now into the camper van. So now we can go and have a look at inside and see how tidy it is. Okay, so now we can see that the regulator is fitted in a cupboard, and that's bringing the solar around the back of existing ducting, keeping it nice and tidy. And from the regulator then we go off to the engine battery and the camping battery. We can see the green lights flashing to indicate both batteries are being charged, and the red light is for the power light to confirm everything is working okay. Also alongside of there with a blue light you'll see the Bluetooth dongle that connects to the solar regulator, and with our app you can now remotely see everything taking place with the solar generation, battery voltage, and have the peace of mind that everything's working. The nice thing also about the app is if you've ever got any issues or concerns, you can always screenshot your smartphone and send it through to our technical support, and remotely we can see exactly what's going on with your solar system. So let's have a look at the lithium battery now. So this is where the factory fitted lead acid battery used to live, and now we've taken that battery out and we've now replaced it with a 100 amp hour lithium battery, which is now of course connected to the dual output solar regulator, and the solar regulator is now on channel 1 or output 1, programmed to charge as a lithium battery. Then the other connection is going to the engine battery, which is on the other side of the seat, and this now is charging at lead acid voltage. So now removing the existing lead acid battery and replacing it with a lithium battery offers the following benefits. Firstly, no extra space needed, but now what we've got is we've got more stored power. Lithium technology allows more discharge at 12 volts than a lead acid battery, and it weighs less. In other words, you're holding more power and you're weighing less as well, so you're reducing your payload. But also the life expectancy of the lithium battery is far greater. You're looking at 2000 cycles, where a lead acid battery is normally about 400 cycles. In other words, it's going to last you typically 5 times longer with a lithium battery than it would do a lead acid battery. But it can also charge faster as well, so that's why we set the solar regulator at lithium compatible, so it can see approximately 15.5 volts as opposed to a lead acid usually looking to take about 13.5 volts. So with the solar making 20 volts, then on output 1 it's reducing 20 volts to 15.5 volts, charging that battery faster for you. So the benefit of lithium is it charges faster, it lasts longer, it weighs less, and it holds more power. So let's take a look now at the pure sine inverter we fitted. So this is the new 1500 watt pure sine wave inverter. It has a power surge up to 3000 watt, but is designed to deliver 1500 watt continuous. Pure sine wave technology means it's safe to use the inverter not just for electrics but also electronics. It's a stable pattern of electricity, just like the same electricity you have at home, so things like computers and microwaves or charging devices with sensitive electronics. It's all safe. Now on this particular van we've installed it to all the sockets of the motorhome, and the switching system allows you then to select where you choose to get your electricity from. So if you should be at a campsite and there's electricity, you can plug in just like you do normally. Alternatively, should you go to a campsite and there is no electricity, or if you're at the side of the road or now without electricity, flicking the switch of the remote control now will deliver power to all the sockets from the off-grid inverter. This system though is also protected in the sense that it can only switch one power supply to the sockets, either from the grid supply or from the off-grid inverter. Let's go and show you now the remote switch for easy operation. So the remote switch is fitted in a position for ease of convenience. The inverter is fitted in a position to be as close to the battery as possible to maximize efficiency and deliver a reliable inverter system. So now we've turned the system on, and now all the sockets, excluding the fridge and excluding the onboard battery charger, are removed from that circuit, so we're now just powering sockets of the van. So let's go to one of the sockets and make sure it's all working. So with inverter switched on, we are now off grid, and now again choosing the socket, turning the socket on, now we have electricity. In the middle of nowhere, we now have the means to make electricity from battery power, supported with 400 watt of solar, stored in our lithium battery. Flick a switch, and now in the middle of nowhere, you're making your own electricity. The advantage of this is, of course, enjoying those luxuries when we haven't got electricity about. But also, of course, the cost of electricity on campsites is expensive. And if you've got the means to make, the means to store, with a full battery, flick a switch and now put the kettle on. Thanks for watching another installation at Falcon Technology. It's been a busy week and we hope to see you soon. Thanks, bye for now.